To be honest, I don't care about your opinion. What a chick.
All right. What's going on? What's up? What's up? IMC TV is the one and only Master myself. I'm here live tapping in, all right, from IMC Nation, Las Vegas. All right. We are tapping in, talking about being a man, right? Are you a man today, tomorrow, moving forward? Like, how do you measure yourself as a man on a regular basis? That's what we're talking about today, man. It's going to be another powerful episode. It's always my pleasure and my honor to come here, tap in, go live and share my insights and my ideals, you know what I'm saying, from where I'm at in life, if you will. Oh, let me go ahead and make sure that this is muted. Lord. There we go. All right. All right. Tapped in, man. Um, all right. We're gonna get started shortly. Just getting set up here on IG as well. And then we are about that action. You understand? We got the one and only Blood Luna on the track. It's a pleasure and honor to tap in. As always, we'll get started shortly. Look like these glasses doing a little bit too much, so we'll see how long they last. Yeah, we're gonna take them off. We tapped in. Mm, all right. It's gonna be a great mastermind. Let's tap in. All right. All praises. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? It's the one and only master myself. I'm here live tapping in, all right, from IMC base. 5 was my favorite saying to say. But I'm in base 4 right now. And you know where things are. We are relocated here in Las Vegas. So before I go and get into all the details, first and foremost, know and understand that everything that I do and say here is done under the banner of entertainment. All right, so don't take what as I say seriously. Number two, this is for adults, right, and adults only. No kids, no children in the room. If there are kids or children in the room, remember to remove them from the room or sit with them, or whatever the case may be, because I may say something that's explicit. So that's my warning to you. Number three, do not break the laws of the land you're tuning in from, wherever it is that you are. Number four, I go by the name Master myself. No, excuse me. Number four is you're an adult. Adds an adult, you're responsible for your own actions. All right. And number five is I'm the one and only master myself. This here is the master's table. It's my personal mastermind group, show, and so on and so forth. You know, I get on here and I share my experience. You know, I'm a long time student of the founder of IMC Nation, AZD. And so I start with saying J Guru Dev to AZD, right? Which means, you know, respect to all the masters that come before you. I'm a lifelong martial artist in the same manner. So I approach life differently. I'll speak from that perspective. And man, you know, as of recently, I moved to Las Vegas, right? Moved from the Phoenix area, the place in which I grew up in my whole life, man. And I changed everything, dropped everything, and came here, right, to be around my brothers, the brotherhood in which I've belonged to for the last almost 10 years now. And um you know, just to connect on a different level. There's just a world of opportunities, of business opportunities, you know what I'm saying, like no other here. Collaborating with my brothers who are already in active businesses and services and so on and so forth to the rest of the world, as I am, you know what I'm saying. But this is my form of service. This is one of my forms of service. Okay. And so every time I come here, man, it's truly an honor to measure the growth of myself, the character in which I've grown into, right? You know, when I first got started doing these streams, you know what I'm saying, I was in a completely different headspace, right? Knowing and understanding only so much about life, just as I'm sure I'll look back on this video at some point and be like, damn, man, I remember when, right? And so knowing that, you know, it's really, did I say really powerful, right? To be able to look at this video right here, right now, as I'm seeing it being streamed, and know that as I look towards the future, everything is subject to change, just as every single video in which I've ever created was that, right? And so because of that, I mean, it's an amazing space that I'm in right now. And I'm making mention that of that to let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, as men in the year 2024, which is just amazing to say in the same manner. I remember saying the year 2000. I was like, wow, okay, that's dope. So here we are, 2024, and we're in a space where there are no limitations as to what's possible when it comes to, you know, the amount of wealth, the amount of service that you can deliver, the amount of value that you can provide to others, the amount of opportunity there is to communicate with other people. Like right now, I can call somebody that's on the other side of the world, and that's doable because, well, this is what the meat of the conversation was. I want to get into. Everything in which we see, right? Everything in which we are experiencing right now in the year 2024 is a result of the men that came before us, right? Yes, the women, you know what I'm saying, played their part. Let's not discount their role. Yes, every man need some kind of woman. You understand me? Or some kind of feminine essence around them to create that balance, right? Or to create, right? Ultimately to create. You as men in the year 2024, what do? We utilize that energy, right? Our sexual energy is our creative energy, is one and the same. We don't see that separation. I don't see the separation. You shouldn't either. Um, because of that, that sexual creative energy is what we can channel or transmute or learn how to use with another woman, right, to create, right? So hence the creation of IMC Nation is a creation that started, right, with the man AZD making the decision, right? I said the man, my brother AZD, the founder of IMC Nation. I'm saying the man, so y'all know who it is. The founder of IMC Nation, AZD was the initiator, right, of the movement of IMC Nation. And that started with his first connection, his first relationship that he had. You know, this is to my understanding, this is to my estimation, being a long-time student of almost 10 years. Or 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. Dang, that's crazy. Wow, 10 years. All right. So 10 years ago, I came across this man named AZD, or at the time, his name was just Haras Dibazar, right? Coming across his information, I realized that he had a connection that I'd never seen before. He had a relationship that I've never seen before. And that relationship or that connection that was fostered up until that point is the relationship that he has with his girlfriend that he now titles Electra, right? Long story short, this is a connection that has led into the movement of IMC Nation. This is an 18-year relationship, right? The reason why I studied from AZD, one of the many reasons, is that he has an 18-year relationship. Now, that sounds, you know, it sounds like just a number, right? But to know the ins and out of that relationship, right? To understand that the man or the code of ethics, right, that this man operates with, that's how I know he's a man. You understand me? Because he has ethics when it comes to the way that he deals with the dynamics of the relationships that he holds most valuable to him. You understand me? And so recognizing that, um, I can see the clear distinction between a man who's a part of a movement like IMC Nation, you understand me, and then a man that's not. It's clear because there's certain principles, there's certain codes, there's certain philosophies that we live by, that we operate by, that we do not break. You understand me? And not breaking from those ethics, right? And knowing and understanding that first and foremost, I have to do right by me because me, I am a son of God. Me, I am a creation that is a representation of God, right? My Heavenly Father, and nothing less than that. So knowing that, recognizing that, I know that I have the opportunity every single day to witness the difference between a man and whatever else is going on out there. You understand me? There's so much else going on. There's transgenders, there's this gender and that gender, and man, there's just a lot going on. I don't understand any of it, but I do understand what it looks like to be a man and to lead a woman. And that's what I'm interested in. Nothing else. You understand me? And that's why I'm a part of IMC Nation. That's one of the many reasons why I'm a part of IMC Nation. Because I've seen that relationship, that example. Now, you may, if you know me or you think you know me, right? At whatever level, you may be like, well, what about your mother and father? You know what I'm saying? As for myself, you know, I know you come from a good family and so on and so forth. Yeah, I come from a great family. In fact, I have some of the greatest examples, right, as to what a relationship would look like. You understand me, with my parents. Now, knowing that, I know that in comparison to the relationship that I just described to y'all with AZD, that relationship is like this. You understand me? It's like that little that little portion. You understand me? As opposed to we're talking about this whole evolution, this timeline of experience that's happened. Like we're talking about lifetimes of revelation, insights, understanding of the male female dynamic. You understand me? And it's more aligned with what it is I see for myself, right? And so I have the relation, or I have the understanding or the example of that relationship of operating at the highest level. My parents have been married for upwards of 20 years, which is an accomplishment in itself, right? But that was my first example of that. Now, I came across this other example that is AZD, and I can say that this is an actual example of what I desire to exemplify in my life. You understand me? Not saying that my parents' relationship is not what it is. It's built on the foundation that it is, and the most important thing that has kept that relationship alive is their unification, or their creation together, right, under God, knowing that there's an order, right, in which how a man operates in respect, or a man correlates, right, or relates to his women. You understand me? It's different. It's when it's under God, it's righteous, right? It's the right thing. So that's the order, that's the foundation, which I've known, I've understand, and I've come across. However, where I'm at in life, right? Moving forward is I know, or once I came across this example, I know and understand, okay, this example is aligned more so with my personal path, my process. So a man has clarity as to what a man is. A man has relationships. A man has desires that he's pursuing after. What's up, love? Um, a man has this plethora of means to be able to create, right, with his communication, with the organization, with the businesses in which he's creating and growing around him. A man is representation of all of that and more, right? And so recognizing that, knowing that, understanding that, I move with the intentions of just creating the path, right, for others to follow when it comes to what does it look like to be a man. Well, when you first join an IMC Nation, you got to know and understand IMC Nation is a movement of men, right? Who are some of the highest value men across this world. And not only that, we exemplify what it's like to have powerful, meaningful relationships with others, right? With the women that are around us, there's order, right? You go to other people's relationships, you deal with other people, with other quote unquote men. You're going to be dealing with a world of chaos because these men haven't handled themselves. These men haven't gone to they, saying they parents and had deep level conversations, you know what I'm saying, me and seeking forgiveness, you know what I'm saying, or forgiving, you know what I'm saying, their parents for whatever strife or insights or whatever it is that they experienced or they went through, you know what I'm saying me. And so we're operating with a completely different approach to life. And so recognizing that as men, as real men, right? Knowing what real men are exemplifying, right? A man of a relationship, a code of ethics, a man that can fight, a man that's just operating righteously. Ultimately, everything has to follow under God. As long as a man is following God, he's going to be operating in a righteous path. That's the first step, knowing and understanding that. Then you look to how he is correlating to others. What is God's instruction to us? To love God and then love on others. You understand me? Finding the right ways to show and express your love for other people, right? Knowing and understanding that there is nobody else that's going to take on the responsibility. That's what it means to be a man, to be able to respond, right? To not just react, but to be able to respond is to be a man. If we're going to the actual definitions here. Anyhow, having a true understanding of what a man looks like, or what it's like to exemplify the traits of a man in front of a woman or in front of women, right? But not only do that to exemplify that, but to live as that and not settle for anything less than that. That's the objective. That's the motive. That's what I suggest for everybody that desires to operate as a man. Find a role model like AZD, right? that you can trust, that you can know and understand this man's operating off a code. And first and foremost, he's in submission to God. When you're in submission to God, you're not being ruled by your own desires. You're not being strayed away from the truth that is you. You understand me? Your truth is always going to be in true connection with God when you are operating in alignment, right, with God's plan, right, and what's God's purpose for you as a man. So having alignment, having clarity as to what it is that you are in submission to, who you are in submission to. You're in submission to God first and foremost. Then, as a man, you want to find some other representation, if it's possible. It wasn't possible aside from my father's example, and that wasn't the full example of what I knew was possible when I came across my mentor AZD, right? When I came across the founder of my nation. So I'm saying that to say I found that as a representation and I was able to follow, or I am following in that process, right? The women that are around me now, they're falling into order, right? Of how we are meant to relate to each other. Because first and foremost, my relationship is with God. That's the greatest relationship that I can ever cultivate in my life. I will never say that there's a relationship greater than the one that I have with God, because from everything comes from God. So my relationship there is proper. Then the relationship that I have with everybody else must come into alignment with that relationship that I have, because that's the most important, right? So to know that you are a man is to know that you are operating in full alignment with your truth, right? Operating in full alignment with uh your righteous path, right? What's meant for you and nobody else. Knowing that, you can say that you're a man, and then knowing that there is nobody else that is going to take on the responsibility for you, but you can look to see, okay, what role models do I want to model after, right? If you want to model after John Legend and his sick relationship that he has with his girl, you understand me? With Chrissy Teigen, who is a I don't know what they're called. They're pedophiles, you know, sex traffickers, rapers, whatever they do. You understand me? There's a whole world. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, welcome to IMC Nation. You understand me? We talk about the truth here, right? We don't sugarcoat the shit. And YouTube may say some shit, whatever, but hey, man, at least I spoke the truth. You understand me? Anyhow, if you had a sick relationship like that, then you would have something. I mean, if you were modeling after that relationship, do you have to know what comes along with that? You understand me? So whatever your model of a relationship is, as a man, I'm talking to men, right? Women, follow a man. Find a man that's willing to lead you. Find a man that is willing to lead your life. You understand me? Based off the principles that he lives off of, based off of the principles that he has in connection with God. You understand me? I'm not talking about a man that's just operating off his own authority or operating off the consensus that everything is coming from him. No, it's not coming from you. No one understand. You're connected, right? You're connected to something that's greater than you, right? That something that's greater than you is something that is connecting you to the spiritual realm. That's what I'm talking about, right? So as a man, remember, you're connected first and foremost. Then you can look to see, okay, what other men are connected here, right? If this man's connected here, this man's connected here, this man's connected here. Okay, great. I have my master instructor, I have my father, and I have AZD, the founder of IMC Nation, as three men right now that come to mind that are men, that represent men. Everything what something been describing to you. So as a man, you must come into alignment, right, with what the proper order is from God. So be connected to God, then find men outside of you that are also aligned, right, with God. Now, those men are aligned with God. What are their relationships looking like? The relationship that I was able to witness, the relationships that I've been able to witness, the greatest one, the greatest example that I've seen has been the one from my mentor AZD. So as a man, I've been modeling after that, meaning I carry myself that way. I am a part of an organization, a brotherhood that is the strongest in the world. There's no other men that are doing the work that they're doing internally, right, on themselves, and then externally, what I'm saying, creating with that. Like that, yeah, it's just unheard of. We are men and a movement around this world that's just unparalleled, right? Anyhow, wrapping up. So we're connected there, and then we know and understand that a man has duties, objectives, of goals. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something for us to do at all times. You understand me? And so, where we are right now in the year 2024, we have an immense amount of opportunity to come to life and to begin to live as the men that we're called to be, being the examples, right, of what it's like to be an ethical man, making the right decisions at the right times. You understand me? Leading, right, taking the decisions that need to be taken, right, moving with authority, speaking with authority, communicating on a regular basis, letting the world know where you're at. That's major. I'm in Las Vegas. I come on every single time and I tell y'all I'm in Las Vegas. Come to Las Vegas and find out for yourself. Come tap in and meet the tribe. Meet my brothers. Meet my mentor, the founder, my brothers. Meet the women that are around. You understand me? Like there's so much for you to plug into. We have a reality TV show, right? That's broadcast on IMC TV, but it's broadcast on IMC Nation Entertainment. There's a lot going on with that. You know what I'm saying? We got worldwide, like one of my brothers here that's uh famous, you know what I'm saying, around the world, but also within IMC Nation. One of the top men is Master Pyro. You understand me? A videographer. Like not just a regular videographer though, right? A celebrity videographer. You understand me? He's plugged me with model treats and other celebrity videographer or photographers. I didn't even know that was a thing before he plugged me with that. You understand me? We have Arrows, you know what I'm saying, who plugged me with all the promotions. You understand me? With all throughout, you know what I'm saying, Las Vegas area. You understand me? We're talking about every kind of form of nightlife, you know what I'm saying, guest club, guest list, tables, bottles, you know what I'm saying, all of that. Like I'm talking about pure access to everything within Las Vegas you have through IMC Nation, through me right now. If you kind of come through me, you connect with me somehow. If you're smart, I would do this, right? If I was not me, I was a man, I was watching. This is what I would do. I would find people that are at the highest levels within IMC Nation, because IMC Nation, there's no movement like it. We have fighters from across the world. We have scientists from across the world. We have doctors from across the world. We have professional, whatchamacallit, uh, not professional, PhDs. We have lawyers, you know what I'm saying, accountants. There's just so much that we have access to that we don't even talk about. But I'm telling y'all this so that you know and understand what it's like to be around men who are not scared to speak up, men who live together as men, not living with their women. There's another definition there. If you're living with a woman, you're not a man. If you're living with your parents, you're not a man. You got to live around other men. You understand me? Or live in your own compound, right? Hold yourself, you know what I'm saying? Hold down your own fort, hold down your own space. Like it's different when you know how to move like that. Anyhow, I can go on forever, man. In fact, sometimes I do. So y'all can tap in with me on YouTube. Tap in with me, type in Master Myself. You understand me? And same way you see it spelled here on the screen. And tap in with me on IG, man. I'm here live on IG right now. I'm normally not live on IG like that, but I'm posting, creating on a continuous basis on Instagram, right? And so I just want to make y'all aware of that. At this point in time, we are going to transition into the meditative moment. This is a moment in time where uh I like to take time to essentially uh go from being in the external space and then transferring into our internal space, right? And so we're gonna do that for about 3 minutes here. It's gonna take a few moments, take a couple deep breaths. So wherever you are, go ahead and close your eyes, tap into your internal space, your inner space. It's a place where you can create and nobody else has access to. Take a deep breath in, fill the lungs, and let it out. Feel your external body relax as a result of you relieving the internal pressure. Breathe in through the nose, fill the lungs, and let it out. Relaxing even more, enjoying your internal space. Another deep breath in through the nose, let it out. Feel your body completely relax, your mind in tune, your heart in tune. You're aware of your inner experience. Enjoy your inner space for the next minute and a half. Take some time. Just enjoy what's going on inside. Can nobody access what's going on inside of you like you can. Tap in. Let's come to the final seconds of this inner experience. Let's take some time to acknowledge yourself and appreciate yourself from the inside. You took time to work on you today. Took time away from the external and tapped into the internal space. Without further ado, man, I just want to say salute to everybody that's been tapping in. You know, this show is going to continue to evolve and grow. So I'm looking forward to the growth and expansion of this creation. And as things continue to develop and as we continue to evolve here within Las Vegas, man, very excited for what's to come and what creations are being built behind the scenes. A lot going on behind the scenes, right? So y'all stay tuned for that. I'll keep y'all updated as much as possible as part of my, you know what I'm saying, structure here within the master's table. All right. So without further ado, man, it's always a pleasure. I go by the name Master myself. Once again, y'all tap in with me on Instagram. And until we meet again, what we always say is peace be with you. What we say in IMC Nation is motto is be the best and fuck the rest. Knowledge of self is knowledge of wealth. It's the one and only